Hello and good morning and welcome to Diego C. Palace. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome. This is a Formula One Grand Prix in China. It's at Shanghai, and it is a go, 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 go as I come on live. Welcome to Diego C. Palace. So they go down the first down straight, and Verstappen has had a nightmare of a start. Verstappen have had a nightmare of a start, and they get around the first bend. And my days! I think the Ferraris have touched. Maybe I'm wrong, but Verstappen has dropped a few points there, and both of the McLarens are leading with Russell in third. What a brilliant start for everyone! No major contacts in the first corner. Everyone getting around, but it's going to be interesting how they all settle in. The degradation of the tyres will be looked closely upon, but George Russell, they're going into third, and Verstappen something is not right with Verstappen's car. He normally has a good start at the beginning of Formula One races, but something is not right there. Going into the first corner, maybe he'll be able to pick it up as the first lap develops. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. If you are new, it's a go, go, go. And Lewis Hamilton there, they're just showing a replay, and Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc's car did clip. Nothing intentional. It's just the rear of Lewis Hamilton catching the top right, I believe, of Charles Leclerc there. So they might have to come in and change the nose for Charles Leclerc's Ferrari, but at the moment Lewis Hamilton is leading that. They're all on the same tyres. So let's see what happens then. And good morning, Henry Smith. I hope you're doing well. And good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. And hope you're keeping well out there. Yes, exciting this Grand Prix, and I had George Russell to win this, but he's dropped down to about third, so it's not too bad. And going into the I think I'm a little bit behind here. Please keep hitting the likes and subscribe at Diego C. Palace. I wonder if they're going to change the nose for Charles Leclerc, because looks to be a close one. Will make a change. Yeah, it should be a close one, this one. It's such a long season in the Formula One, and I don't think the Ferraris are quite up there with the consistent results that probably the McLarens could bring. But I think the addition of Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari is pushing levels there. He's clearly outperforming, outpointing, outscoring on points Charles Leclerc, and Charles Leclerc has been there for about 5 years, I think, at Ferrari. So Lewis is like Max Verstappen. If they get into a car that's not performing to its best optimal ability, the cars find an extra eighth, an extra second here and there, and they get better. It'll be interesting. Right, let's get into it now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to actually go into the previous, because in that one I did put the starting line, the top 10 as it started. So I might also copy that and move it across. Copy. Oh, Alonso's having problems there, I think. So let me just move that over. I'm going to bring in the description, I'm going to put it's a go go, go. Remember the late Murray Walker, he used to say that. It's a go, go, go. He used to be brilliant at it. Right, there is... right, let me just save that. So that's in the description, the top 10 that started. Let's get back to the race there. If you're new to the channel, please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And let me see where we are. I'm just going to pour a drink here actually first. A little bit late today because just didn't sleep too well. I'm going to pour my drink in here. Max Verstappen is having some issues. He's dropped all the way down to 5th, 6th now. Let's have a look. Ollie Bear there having a problem. Big up to Sky Sports and F1. Right, I'm just going to pour my drink here. I'm just going to pour a drink here. Right, we're coming up to 25th lap now. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Right, let's get into it. Let's put the information of the first lap. So we can get that on record there. Let me just type it up. Right, here we go. Paste. Yeah, they're just showing a replay of that front wing. They're not bringing in Charles Leclerc, so they must think that it's worse than coming in and losing the time on that wing. And obviously, they must have convinced race control that it's okay for them to carry on with that. So lap 1. Just updating lap 1 there. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I should really put 1 of 56. Lap 1 of 56. Right, I've saved that. Big up to Henry. Yes, it is. The season looks like it's going to be a class one. Absolutely. Right, let's get into the latest one. I've done the update for the first few laps, and let's get back into it. The only one who started on the hards was Oliver Bearman, and everyone else was on the. I'll put that in the chat. Let me just put that in here. Here we go. Right, let's get into it. So I'll do it on lap 30. So lap 30 of 58, obviously. Oh no, 56. What am I doing? I better change that. Oh, I did do 56. And we've got first Piastri. P1. Whoop. Place number 1 is Piastri. Tommaso is out. So let's see what's happened to Tommaso. Leclerc. 5th is Hamilton. And 6th is Verstappen. Verstappen. Please keep hitting the likes. Oh, good. Hello there, the dog. I thought you slept in. Yeah, I'm knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. Yeah, I've been busy, so I'll do what I can with this, and as soon as this one's around cut off, I've got to go and do things, and then try and do the watch alongs later on. I'll see how it goes today. Lap on 29 right now. Yes, and there we go. So this is on lap 29. Alonso is the only one. Only car out is Alonso. Everybody else is actually racing at the moment. Both the Ferraris have swapped over. It looks like Hamilton's car could be the top right tiles or the top left. One of them is degrading, so they've what they've done there is to Good morning, Skibbity Rizzler. Hope you're doing well. Lewis, no, he's doing well in 5th. I know he's had to swap with Leclerc. They did nip. Oh, hello. Oh my days. And the front wing of Leclerc clipped the rear right tire of Hamilton, but they've kept him out there. So big up to Rizzler. Yes, yes, it was. Yeah, it was back in the day, a long time ago. There's not been any like major collisions or anything like that. We're up to lap 31 or 56, so all the cars are clearly in clean air, and Lawson has gone into the pit. The second Red Bull. There's no pace to the Red Bulls. They are clearly they're literally between 2 and 3 seconds off the pace, and a second is like a mile in distance in Formula One. So for some reason at this track, the Red Bulls are just have not got the pace, and Verstappen has managed to keep her. And Bearman has gone up to 16th in front of Hulkenberg. At the top is still the two McLarens, Russell in third, Leclerc in fourth, Hamilton in fifth, Verstappen is sixth. It seems that everybody's gained a position. It's Verstappen that's dropped down. Actually, I'll put the phone. I'll put the phone up here so it doesn't look like I'm actually looking down. I think somebody did mention that earlier on. Oh, I've got an idea. I got an idea. I can put it on top of this, and then it's a little bit higher. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Why is the brightness so low? Oh, someone's going for plan C. I think that's a bit better. I don't have to look down too much. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Let's bring this a bit closer here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. I think that's better there. What's happened to my Crystal Palace shirt? I was over there. Oh, I'll leave it. I'll do it some other time. 33 laps. It's Piastri, Norris, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, and then Verstappen in sixth, Stroll in seventh, and Antonelli is in 10th. Hadjar, Doohan, Bearman, and Lawson, the second Red Bull. Would you believe it? I mean, imagine being in the second Red Bull, and all the rookies are in front of you. Liam Lawson is just that second position at Red Bull. Never does any other racing driver any good. It's like a jinx position. I mean, you get a place, you get to race in the Formula One, but it just nothing comes of it. Remember when Mark Webber was up against Vettel? There was always that second position was never good. Only Ricardo sometimes made it bring a smile to it. Good racing there by Oliver Bearman. He's done a few overtakes. Piastri still leading the Australian. He took the pole position and is leading. They're all on the hards now. So they've switched now, all on the hards now. Only Bearman is on the mediums, but they all started on the mediums. In the chat, I have put in there, who was it? Oliver Bearman started on the hards. So now it's like they've switched it. Big up to everyone in the chat. If you're new to the channel, thank you for the 4 likes, people. And Isack Hadjar is out there. I'm just going to quickly share it on Instagram, but the thing is, it always takes me so long to do this. Let's do this. Let's do this here. Post. There it is. Is it that one? I'll use them. I'll put on here live now. Good morning there, Paul. Live now on YouTube. Oh, I should really put my name first, I suppose. Oh dear. Diego C. Palace. YouTube. Chinese F1 Grand Prix. We should put please visit and view and like and comment and share as you enter the live stream chat. Oh, I didn't put at F1 at damn at Sky Sports at Sky Sports F1 at Lewis Hamilton at I will use that one, and at Mercedes F1 at I'm missing the race at the moment. Oh Lord. At right, that do. I'm just going to share it now. Big up to everybody. Yeah, good morning, Paul. I hope you're doing well. Excuse me. Thank you very much for the 5 likes, everybody in there. Just sharing it on Instagram. I am missing. Oh, there might be a bit of rain coming. Hello. A little bit of rain. Stu has just been announced. Let me just pin this. I did that as quick as possible. I think I done it right. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And let me just let that go. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Putting in the chat now. You have to be a subscriber now from now on. If you want to comment, but you can view it if you're not, I suppose. Ah, dear. Let's have a look and see how we're doing here. Right, that's done, so I can shut that off. Right, that's all gone in Instagram, so that's fine. Right, let's have a look and see how we're doing here. We are on race 13, lap 39 or 56, and the top 5 are Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, George Russell's, Charles Leclerc, and Max Verstappen is dropped up into 5th, but he hasn't stopped. Lewis Hamilton, it looks like he's pitted for a new set of hard tyres. So Hamilton has gone in for a new set of hard tyres. And obviously, let me just put this here. 38, 56. Lap. So let me just put this on copy. There we go. That's in the way there. Let me just put this actually in the description. That's a good point there, so we can get more or less what's going on in the description. As the race develops, I am putting information in there. Oops, I've put this all. Oh no. Okay. There might be some rain coming. Apparently, I can hear in the commentators saying there might be a few drizzles, but nothing major. Maybe towards the end of the race. But yeah, there's no copy. I just put it in the wrong place. Paste. So that's all gone there. Now I can cut this bit up here. That's better. That's better. Now we're a bit under control here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at DLC Palace. Right, temperature of the track is very important because it's affecting the tires. There's no sort of blue sky and like sun out. It's very cloudy, but not cloudy that it's raining. It's dry at the moment on 40 laps of 56, and Hamilton has pitted. So for a new set of hards. So will this be pivotal later on towards the end of the race, because everybody else hasn't pitted that I can see? I know they have done, because they still all started on the mediums, and Now they're all on hards. Yeah, it's very. It's like it's not foggy, but it's. I think it'd be all right. Please keep hitting the likes and subscribe at Diego C Palace if you're new. And Lando Norris and his McLaren pitbull are chatting front tires or the team radio. So there could be some more development. No sort of dramas in the pits at the moment from any of the teams. If the teams have had to come in and change tyres, no drama. Still, Leclerc is out with a busted front wing, but they seem to have allowed it. If the damage to the car degrades and degrades, they have to pit it. It's part of the rules. That's my understanding on it. Piastri moving wrong so far. What? Proving me wrong so far. Yeah, I mean, well, he's not had really any challenge against him, really. I think it's 3.5 seconds, or just over 3.5 seconds ahead of Norris. So he's got no competition out there. All he's got to do is point the car forward and bring it home, sort of thing, from the get go. Verstappen had a dodgy start. Russell seems to just be content to just getting the car around with no drama. Clearly, the Mercedes has not got the pace of both of the McLarens. As the fuel dissipates from the car, perhaps if Russell can manage the tyres better, maybe he can catch Norris, but he's way off the pace. I mean, Verstappen is even worse off the pace. A good 4 seconds off the pace, Verstappen. So, fastest lap is Lewis Hamilton. So remember that I do believe that whoever gets the fastest lap, they do get an extra point. Hamilton just got the big up to Zibit. Yeah, I just mentioned that. Big up to you. I saw it just come up. Yeah, thank you for that. Replace Bill's message. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C Palace, and not sure why Hamilton has got like a little purple thing next to his name. I don't know. Does that mean he's under inspection or something, or caution? I'm not sure what's going on there. Max Verstappen, it seems to be finding a bit of pace now. Maybe he's had a reassurance from the pit that everything is fine, and he's trying now to catch Charles Leclerc, and also Lewis Hamilton, of course, because he he's gone ahead of him, but because Lewis Hamilton pitted, Hamilton is behind Verstappen, but Verstappen is trying to catch Leclerc. DRS there inactive. You can see it down the straight. 42 or 56 laps. This race is actually buzzed across. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C Palace and drop a like if you can. Thank you very much for the 5 likes. And Lance Stroll, good overtaken there by the Aston Martin there for Lando Norris. It's five seconds down. They've just confirmed it. It's now 5 seconds, literally, off the pace. Norris off Piastri, and all he's got to do is just steer the car home. He's on 43 laps or 56 on his very first podium, and not podium, first pole. Piastri, the Australian, he's started at the front. and he hasn't been behind anywhere. Oh, I understand what the little purple notch is next to Hamilton is the fastest lap, and the person with the fastest lap thus get a point or two. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's 1 or 2 points. Hamilton is trying to catch Verstappen. This Verstappen radio, just keep it up. Everybody's trying to hang it out because until the end. So now it doesn't look like anyone else is going to come in. We're in 44 laps of 56. It doesn't look like anyone is coming in for a change of tires. So everyone is just this is the end strategy of everyone. So although Hamilton did win the sprint race before the qualifying, they're still a little bit way off the pace of both of the McLarens. I have to say that it's the first time that I've seen Leclerc actually outscoring Hamilton since this season has started in practice, in qualifying, and in the races. Both races, of course, Australia and here in Shanghai. Oh, hello. Is that going slowly, that Ferrari? Yeah, they're just saying the first corner of the race, Leclerc has lost that little bit of. I didn't think they'd be allowed for that because surely that makes the car lighter. I thought clearly they're allowed to race around with a bit of the wing missing. Max Verstappen is making ground on Leclerc. Leclerc has been told by his radio guy try to not hit the curve all the time, and Leclerc saying no, I'm still doing my what I'm going to do. And this is a lovely little Hadjar. Isack Hadjar behind Doohan, trying to overtake him. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Yeah, that means it's a fastest lap. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do. You live and learn. I just thought that maybe he incurred a penalty or something. It's like, oh, here we go. Now what? VAR, please. Oh, George Russell. George Russell has been informed that he's doing good lap times and is comfortably in third place. It's it's not 1 or 2 overtaking, but oh, hello, Jack Doohan and Isack Hadjar. They're having a little duel there, those two. It's about the only excitement at the moment in the race. Coming towards the end, there is no degrading of tyres so much that people is coming to change after 42 laps. So a little bit of anticlimax there towards the end of this race because now everyone is just going to be sitting on what it is. It seems to me everyone is comfortable where they are and then just finishing the race. And as I say, the only car that is out is Alonso. So quite a few cars now, some on mediums and some on hard, but everyone up to 9th are on the hard tyres. Bearman, who's 10th. That's a good position for him. He's Second Mercedes is down in, I think that's 8th. Oh, hello. There's damage to the front wing of the racing balls of Yuki to Tsunoda. He must have tapped the Alpine of Jack Doohan at turn 2. Unlike the Charles Leclerc, he might not get away with it. He will have to come in and sort it out. No, I said no, it's his front wing. I think it's the front wing. Yeah, he's coming in now in the pits. He's in the pits now. It must have happened earlier on. Where's the damage? Oh, yeah, it is. They can't get it off. They can't get it off. They can't get the nose off. They finally get it off. That's the race done for them. It's taking forever. Yuki, I can't see what. Oh, he just broke. There was no contact with another car. He was just coming to the end of the straight, and one of the sort of flaps on the right hand side of the front wing just sort of snapped off. It was maybe the vibrations. Maybe someone didn't tighten the bolt enough. If it's a bolt, a lot of pressure, a lot of air pressure going into them. Norris. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. It is lap 48 or 56. Unless we might get a little bit of drama at the end. Maybe a car has a problem with a tire, but I can't see any cars colliding with each other. They're too far away from each other. Unless we're talking down 11th further down. Everyone else up towards the top 10. They've got a fair enough distance. Verstappen is gradually just catching a little bit Leclerc, but not enough, I don't think. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. The most exciting bit of this race was the beginning. Hadjar and Doohan are being investigated, so nothing at the top. Hamilton has still got the fastest lap, so he'll get I think an extra point. Something's going on with the brake pedal for Lando Norris. I'm not sure what's going on there. The two-stop strategy from Lewis Hamilton has not worked for him because nobody else is stopping. It was only him that done a two-stop. So sometimes you got to gamble it, sometimes you got to throw the dice. But it was good to see Lewis Hamilton moving over for Leclerc when clearly he was losing the tyres. So that means he must have started with some used tyres and obviously they didn't last the distance. And these two, Doohan and Isack, they're having a few duels here. You can see the rear wing of the Formula One cars, the amount of stress that they must be under to keep the back of the car down. That's the whole point of the back wing. Without that, the car would just flip up, I think. Norris looks good. A shout for the world title. Yeah, the way he is right now. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be saying that he's kind of got the edge on Piastri. But at the moment, Piastri's not really had to do anything wrong, really. He's just had to point the car forward and bring it home since the beginning of the race. What was missing from the beginning of this race was Verstappen sandwiched between both of the McLarens. That's what the racists need. They need another car or another two cars splitting the McLarens, and that will make it a bit more juicy during the races. It's not happening at the moment. Norris has been told to be careful with the brakes. I think what he's saying is that he's pressing the brake pedal and it's like nothing's happening, which is a little bit worrying when you're going around the corner on 150 miles an hour. If you know, you know. But they are working, but they're just not working how he's used to. Yeah, I don't think it's going to rain. There was a few. It's too clear. It is white, but it's not. It's not like a grey. And you're thinking, oh, here we go, sort of thing. Isack Hadjar is complaining that Doohan is moving too late. They're allowed to move once out of the racing line, but they can't sort of jig about. 10 second, 10-second time penalty for Doohan. So there we go. But anywhere else around the track, there's been no other duels really. Right, so what they're saying to Norris is that he's got such a large gap between himself and the third place of Russell, although Norris is worried. So that the pit are telling Norris, look, just manage the next 5 laps. He's on 51 laps. And just take the second. You don't need to fight for the first because you're not going to catch Piastri when you can't even brake when you want to. That could be a bit of drama towards the end of the of this race. If the only car there with a difficulty in the top 10 that I could say is Norris in the McLaren. Leclerc has been told by his pit that in turn 8 and 9, that's when he can optimize the performance of that Ferrari. And you can see Verstappen is right on his bumper. It's within DSR range. So is Verstappen going to try and make a move on Leclerc? And it's 8 and 9. We've got 52 laps, and as we speak, this is how Verstappen is so good. Even in a bad performing car, he can nick a space here. Oh, they nearly touched at the back. Verstappen. It's like a shark at the back of a seal trying to get away, or a penguin, if you like, in the sea. He won't let it go, and if one or two of the tires of what I find with this racetrack, because of the design of it and the way it goes around the track, I think it's the bottom rear left, that tire that degrades the most. Or it could be the right, and but the other tires are not affected as much. It's because of the design of the track and the type of gravel that's on the tarmac. And so the point I'm trying to make is that one of the 4 tires in all the cars gets degraded more than all the others. So we could have a bit of drama here. We've got about 4 laps to go, 3 laps to go, and Verstappen is looking to get into 4th place. I don't think he'll catch Russell. But any slight mistake by Leclerc, and we all know that Leclerc is known to bottle it when he's under pressure like this. And Verstappen is going to eat him. He's going around it. He's trying to go on the outside. And on the first corner, he's gone in on the inside now. And he's got the advantage now because he's going to cut in and go on the outside. I knew he was going to do that. That's exactly what he's doing. And Verstappen has just picked Leclerc's pocket, who's got a busted front wing. And I told you, Verstappen, just And Leclerc is coming back at him. They nearly touched. They nearly touched, and the Liverpool. I nearly said the Liverpool. The Ferrari of Leclerc is now on the bumper of Verstappen. Verstappen knows how to make his car bigger. He's not going to be worried now. Now Leclerc is behind him with a busted wing. He got him. I told you this is the difference. Leclerc and Verstappen. It's humble part. It's a walk in the park. Look how it goes. Verstappen goes to the left, and Leclerc holds the line on the right hand side. But then on the turn, Leclerc uses the aerodynamic and then switches over to the right hand side, and textbook move by Verstappen, and he clearly had the tyres for it, and clearly he's got the mental and technical ability to do that. And Leclerc was just easy pickings for Hamilton for Verstappen there in a low pub. He's now 6 minutes off the pace of so on lap 53, lap 53 of 56, Verstappen's takes that position, that P4. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C Palace, and if you can, hit a like. That would be amazing if you could. And copy. I don't think this is the thing. Leclerc is not going to come back and fight against Verstappen. He's got to be Michael Schumacher that in the Ferrari. Max Verstappen would never have got past. That's the difference. Back in the day, anyway. Why is I've been locked out? Why have I been locked out? There we go. Don't let me down now. 55 or 56 laps coming towards the end. It looks like Lewis Hamilton might now gain the place back from Leclerc. And remember that Lewis Hamilton let Leclerc go through earlier on. So he might do, because earlier in the race, when Hamilton's tyres were degrading, he let Leclerc go before he pitted in. So let's see if Leclerc is a gentleman about it. But they are racing drivers, and they should be selfish. If racing drivers are not selfish, they're never going to be a racing driver. Team orders will they swap? I don't think team orders will apply this late at stages. I would have thought at this stage of the race they would just let them race. But you don't want to get. I mean, they're lying 5th and 6th, so just bring both cars home. But they're both experienced drivers, so they shouldn't really touch. Well, they have already touched, because Leclerc, it was both Ferraris that came into contact. And Doohan and Isack is still fighting with each other. What I don't understand is that Doohan has been deemed to he has been issued with a 10-second penalty, but he's still allowed to stop the car behind from getting in front. So it's not really a penalty. I mean, I know they'll take 10 seconds at the end of the lap, at the end of the race for him. This is Piastri now in the last lap, into the last lap now, people. And Norris has got a problem with the brakes now. So, but I think he just has to coast the car home. Lewis Hamilton is going faster and faster, so he is catching Charles Leclerc, heading towards the last lap. But here comes Piastri for his first win. And the second place, Norris, literally driving around with spongy brakes, apparently. And this is Piastri, and the Australian looks good to win. And he didn't win in Australia, but Piastri is proving a lot of people wrong. He's not really had any competition today. All he's had to do is just get in the car and just drive forward, and no one's overtaken him. He's led from the checkered, from the start to the checkered flag at the end. And Norris is coming under pressure from Russell, and there is Piastri. He has won. The Australian has won. Won his very first Grand Prix. And Russell has finished third, just behind Norris, and Verstappen looks like he's going to finish fourth. There's still a race between Hamilton and Leclerc, I have to say. And let's have a look. There's Hamilton. He has finished, and Leclerc has finished in fifth, sixth. So yeah, no drama there, and it's the race was resolved really, literally on qualifying. No drama from the cars. Only bit of drama that we had maybe towards the end. Lando Norris having problems with the brake, and Jack Doohan is still dueling with Hadjar, but there will be a penalty for. They're still at each other. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Let's delete that. Don't need that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at DLC Palace. And this race is actually buzzed through, and it was a drive out there. It wasn't. Congratulations to Oscar Piastri, the Australian, winning his very first Formula One race in his career. And it's a McLaren 1 and 2, and George Russell taking the third slot on the podium. Literally, so basically the qualifying sort of determined, and easy win for Piastri. Yeah, there was no competition, but he still has to take the car. He still has to drive the car home. So you've got to give credit for that where it's due. As I say, for the McLarens to be forced to make a mistake, not just the drivers, but also in the strategy in the pit bull, for me. Oh, there's someone dressed like Bungle. There's someone dressed like Bungle from Rainbow in the chat. Does she know that she's actually wearing that? But anyway, and it's yeah. What Formula One needs right now is for a car to be competitive with both of the McLarens and get in between both of them. But it is what it is. They have to bring it home. And also, if the McLaren team keep on putting the car out with no defaults, any problems, looks like Norris had problems with the brakes. And normally, when cars have problems with brakes, usually the sister car. And there is Piastri there celebrating. He's standing in front of his car, and Piastri there winning his first Formula One race of his career. He would probably love to have done that last weekend, of course, in Melbourne, Australia, at Albert Park. Straight away, the drivers are Wade, and this is George Russell there. Look at that steering wheel. It's not a round thing like back in the day. He gets out gingerly. He's a very tall racing driver, George Russell. Absolutely love that design on his on the racing helmet, I have to say. And great reception there from the crowd there in Shanghai, in China. There's passionate Formula One fans all over the place. And Lando Norris there having some mineral water. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Yeah, job done by McLaren there, I have to say. No surprises there. There's the director there of racing there at McLaren. Please keep hitting the likes. Thank you very much for the 5 likes in the chat. And this Russell. They seem to do the weighing and everything there on racetrack. They don't go into a building or anything like that. They just have it all portable there. They do lose a lot of body weight, a lot of fluids they lose. And there's George Russell there taking off his helmet. Check out the design on his racing helmet. It's got like a cobra design. Absolutely mental. He's finished in front of Max Verstappen. He's kept Max Verstappen off the podium. He'll be happy with that. Max Verstappen finished in 4th behind George Russell. We all know what shenanigans they both got up to or not last season. They really got heated last season, and what I'm looking at is the times that not right at the end of the race, but when literally all the other constructor teams are between 2 and 3 seconds off the pace of the McLarens. And maybe I'll sound like a scratch record, but we need 1 or 2 from the other constructors, whether it's a Red Bull, whether it's a Ferrari or a Mercedes, to get up there and split the McLarens and give the other teams have to step up. For whatever reason, since qualifying and practice, the Red Bulls have just simply have not been at the races this at Shanghai, and no Grand Prix next week. Next up is you know what? I can't remember. The Japanese. There's the calendar. It's in April. It's not this month. Yeah, they've got a heavy schedule in April. 3 Japan, Bahrain, and then Saudi Arabia. And it's going to be mad hours. Is it going to be the start of his campaign there? That's interesting what Piastri is saying, that the medium tyres actually held out quite well. He's saying that he sounds a bit surprised that, because I mean, I thought that the mediums did yeah, he's happy with this racing. Well, he's not really had anything challenging him. The tyres held out, no challenges to him, and apparently Piastri has got some Chinese heritage in his family tree, I suppose. I think that's what it meant. So so there you go. Apparently, well, there you go. So he's maybe on his father's side or his mum's side, he has got some previous grandfathers or whatever of China. Apparently, Lando Norris, they've been interviewed now. So the mediums didn't. Yeah, I think the only one that went for a two-stop race was Hamilton, and well, even with a two-stop. Yeah, let's see what they're saying about his braking. So I think the brake, they're going to have to look into that brake issue. But he survived well. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at DLC Palace. So yeah, the medium tyres that they all started on, they held out pretty well at the beginning of the race. Now George Russell has been interviewed. So Russell's there saying that he's happy with the weekend's performance overall in comparison to other, well, until Australia, of course. Yeah, it was a straightforward race. I think that sums it up for everybody on the track. And congratulations there to Piastri there. Yes, it is. It's not next weekend. In 2 weeks' time, it is the Japanese Grand Prix, and it's between the 4th and the 6th of April. And that's not on April's Fools. And that's the end of that, I suppose. Please keep hitting the likes and subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. And why are some of the fans crying? Oh, I don't understand that. No, I'd love to go to Stephenstone. No, I'm not planning. Points for birthday boy. Oh yeah, it was Alex Albon's birthday today, and he finished 9th and he qualified 10th, so that's not bad for him. Bearman, Britain's Oliver Bearman. Remember how the madness that he had in practice 1, 2, and 3 in Australia? Oliver Bearman, and he brought the car home. He finished last in Australia, but he brought the car home, and that's what I said to him: just bring the car home. And Bearman has finished in the points. He finished in 10th. So well done to him. Well done to Bearman. I'm putting that in the comments. I like that. I said I had a hunch that he just needs to just look at the difference. Look at the difference of George Russell now speaking to both of the McLarens, and that is a different. And compare that to how he was then sitting and talking to the to when Max Verstappen was in the room, in the cool room, last weekend at yeah, the three of them are sitting together talking about the race. But when Verstappen was in there, the body language wasn't saying that last weekend. They were in the room physically together, but the body language were pointing in different directions. Last weekend. I'm going to put this in the chat. Copy. I like this. Also, when watching live, it's weird because you can't see a lot of. Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't see the whole race unless you got to have a good. Literally, you got to watch it on your phone. No, really. I mean, if you got a good seat, I suppose, and you've got a good access, it all adds to the occasion. The one that you've got. Mm. Mm. Apparently, that's the 300th time that a Formula One McLaren goes there to the podium to the first position, and the first one is Oscar Piastri there, and apparently he's got some Chinese heritage. He said there on his interview. So, and there he is. He's won for the first time in his racing career, Formula One. Two Union Jacks and an Australian flag in the middle. So yeah, you know what? Looking at his face, you can see that he's got like a mix. He's got a mixed race there, I would say. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace there. I'm just waiting for the last results there. So look, a win is a win, I suppose, in Formula One. I expect that's his family there, or his colleagues. Well done, Oliver Bearman in the Haas, picking up a point. And of course, the car is built here in the UK, so the national anthem of the United Kingdom is been played or performed. pace. Right, top 10. And that's the top 10. There's Oscar Piastri lifting the trophy. And the McLaren team there. I don't think that will be the first that he wins. There'll probably be a few more. He picks up his medal. It's a very, very heavy gold medal. And now the trophies for the other racing drivers. Ollie Bearman, the English guy, the youngster who had a nightmare last weekend at Albert Park. I think the only car who didn't finish was Alonso, still at the end. And we're just trying to get confirmation of that. Just for the record, it's Oscar Piastri in first, second, Lando Norris, third, George Russell in the Mercedes, of course, Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, fourth, Charles Leclerc, fifth in the Ferrari, sixth, Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari. I think he still finished with the fastest lap. I could be wrong. I'll check that in a minute. And Esteban Ocon, seventh in the Haas. Kimi Antonelli, the young 18-year-old in the Mercedes. And Alex Albon, the birthday boy or young man in the Williams, picking more points Williams. And a brilliant point for Oliver Bearman in the Haas. That will give him confidence and a very, 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 very good result. I'm putting in the description the top 10, and yet the only one that didn't finish was Alonso. I'm not sure if he had a power problem there or something. And let me just this Piastri. Japan is up next. Did you predict second, third, and fourth through? I predicted George Russell. If I can't remember, but I predicted George Russell to win, followed by Verstappen, and I think maybe Norris third. So I got it wrong, and I think I put Lewis fourth as well, if I remember rightly. You predicted second, third, and fourth. Yeah, I did. I predicted. I think I predicted George Russell to win today. Just had a little hunch that he might be able to do it. But literally, all the constructors' cars out there are literally between 2.5 to 3 seconds off the pace of the McLarens. Over 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds over off the pace from the McLarens. And people that know Formula One as fans, and then the mechanics, the people that work in the industry, never mind 2.5 seconds or more. 1 second is probably years and years of development, and that's how off they are right now. F1 needs 1 or 2 cars, preferably one of the Ferraris and one of the Mercedes, to be up there splitting both of the McLarens, and then we'll have some serious racing out there. But well done to Piastri. You can't take anything off the lad. First time that he's won there, and I can't remember what your predictions were, Paul Brady. Big up to you. I should have copied it and pasted it somewhere. Did I do that? No, I didn't. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. I thought the tyres were going to have more of a decrement impact to the strategies in today's race, and I was a bit out of that. It was just they started. Just remember this time next year, yeah. They started about one of the drivers. I can't remember who it was. I think it was one of the Haas drivers. Everyone started on the mediums, and then they just had one change strategy to the hards. Only Lewis Hamilton had a two-stop strategy, and that was it. Basically, everyone who finished and how they finished in the qualifying literally finished like that at the end of the race. Only Alonso didn't finish. Verstappen was way off the pace. Yes, you did 2, 3, and 4. Piastri didn't bottle it. Piastri didn't bottle his. Yeah, I remember you went for. I think you went for Norris to win, and said Piastri was going to bottle it, but he really had no challenge up against him. It has to be said. George Russell looked happy because he kept Verstappen off the podium. There's me being salty, and Norris with the brake issue as well. Piastri wins, and let me just put this on, then I'll end it because I need to go and do stuff. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And I want to thank absolutely everyone in the chat who's dropping in at some mad hour. But we're all watching F1, and it is what it is. And that was yeah, Piastri wins. Just going to end it here. I've put as much information as I can in the what have I done here? In the in the description. So if anyone wants to have a look, and there's information there if you want to. I always put it there. You never know. Oh, I can read out. So Piastri picking up 25 points. That's what you do. You get for that's what you get for winning a Formula One race. 25 points. Lando Norris picks up 18 for second. Russell picks up 15. Verstappen picks up 12. Leclerc picks up 10. Lewis Hamilton picking up 8 points because he finished the fastest lap. So I presume he would have finished with 7 points. So he's got 8 points. And Esteban. So good weekend for Lewis Hamilton because he won the sprint race. Let's go to the standings. Where would that be? let me just go to F1, I suppose, and standings. Okay, here we go. So Lewis Hamilton is up to 17 points after 2 races. Lando Norris is still top on 44 points with 1 win. Oscar Piastri is in 4th with 34 points. Also with another win, of course. But Max Verstappen is 2nd with 36. George Russell 35, and as I said, Oscar Piastri on 34 points. Good points there picked up by Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He's still on 18. Charles Leclerc goes up to 6th place there with 18 points. And Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari on 17 points. He's now started to outpoint and outscore Lewis Hamilton finally in the Ferrari in the 2nd race. So I've got a feeling the whole season is going to be backwards and forwards between those two. Let me just go and see. Yeah, Oliver Bearman, he's got his 1 point there. So well done to the young English driver. I said that last weekend. I told him before the race at Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia, just bring the car home, lad. You're there on merit. And that's what he did in Australia. He came last. But today, in Shanghai, in the Chinese Grand Prix, Oliver Bearman has picked up a very solid 1 point. That will give him the bragging rights over the other rookies of Isack, Hadjar, Jack Doohan, just to name a few. Big up to Paul Brady in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. In the constructions, McLaren McLaren are leading clearly on 78 points. Mercedes 2nd on 53. Red Bull on 36 and Ferrari on 35. McLaren have got the first 2 wins of the 2025 F1 calendar season. So, as I say, we need one of the Red Mercedes, one of the Red Bulls, or one of the Ferraris to find 2.5 seconds of pace consistently and split the McLaren 2 cars, and then we can have some serious racing out there. At the moment, both of the McLarens, not one of them, but both of the McLarens are literally between 2.5 seconds up to 3 seconds ahead of pace of everybody else's car out there. And but the Japanese Grand Prix might bring different events to that sort of status quo. Yeah, enjoyed the race. Would have liked to have seen a bit more drama, as always, but it wasn't meant to be. And congratulations to Oscar Piastri winning his very first Grand Prix. He got pole position for the first time, and yeah, good Formula One race there. I'm happy to have done it. I was a little bit late, but I got there in the end. Piastri wins, Norris 2nd, Russell 3rd. Norris with some braking issues. We'll be seeing in Japan if they replicate again. And Norris did overtake Russell at the beginning of the race, and that was about the bit of excitement. And Alonso was knocked out. One last question: who is your favorite all-time F1 driver? Oh, that's a hard one, mate. That's a hard one. I backed Nigel Mansell at the beginning, but I was really too young to understand. But that's the first races that I saw back in the day as a teenager, even before being a teenager, actually, to say. If you're talking about that, and then the legacy of Schumacher came along, what he did. I'm gonna give it to Hamilton. But before Hamilton came on the scenes, we all experienced when, as we saw the passing of children, he introduced Michael Schumacher into Benetton, and there's been some memorable wins. I think if you look at a memorable racing one, I have to give it to Jenson Button when he won. Jenson Button when he won the constructors that year, and the celebration of him and his father and all that was quite good. That's up there with me. But to answer your question, I'll go give it to Lewis, because the way he came into, the way he was embraced by Mercedes, and the rest is history. And now he's doing, even Toto Wolff has said that he, of course, he keeps a lookout for his for his racing drivers, but he also keeps an eye out on how Lewis is doing at Ferrari. He's still part of the furniture there, I suppose, in some respect. So I've got to give it to Lewis. When you watch somebody throughout go-karting all the way up, breaking in and eventually getting signed by Mercedes and then getting in there, I'll give it to him. But that's not to not mention the likes of Michael Schumacher, and the very first racing driver that I saw was Nigel Mansell. So as a kid, so it is from then on, never look back. What about yourself, Paul Brady? Who's your favourite racing driver, if you're still there? I'm trying to see. I've put all the information on the yeah, look, there's a young picture of Lewis Hamilton there in his go-karting. There's even some mad there, you see. There's probably that person in the crowd. Remember seeing a little face like that of Lewis Hamilton. What would we do when Hamilton retires, says Rizla? There's a brilliant one. There's I'm liking the look of this youngster, Oliver Bearman. Yeah, look out for Oliver Bearman. Look out for this youngster, Kimi Antonelli, and the one that's setting the pace out there. I think at the moment, if you're looking at a favourite for this year's 2025 F1 calendar to win the championship, the constructors, everything for McLaren is Lando Norris. But with that said, if Red Bull gives Max Verstappen a car with 3 more seconds of pace, or if Ferrari is able to give Lewis another 2 seconds of pace in that Ferrari, then we can have some serious competitions there with the McLarens. But I think that the man to beat at the moment is Lando Norris, in my opinion, just as a hunch. He hasn't won both of them, but he is top of the table. Is there on merit? There's been some glimpses there with the youngster, the French lad. What's his name? Isack Hadjar. I think he's French. So watch out for him. So you're asking what we do after Hamilton? I'd say back the likes of Oliver Bearman and the other youngster, but he's not British. Is this Kimi Antonelli, this 18-year-old. The temperament to be able to drive those cars without any mistakes, with any madness. You have to give it to Max Verstappen, myself. Yes, I agree. Look, when a Formula One driver comes into the scene and has the potential of winning the crown of the fastest racing driver in a season, Max did it. The thing with when Max went up against Lewis Hamilton, I'm like, oh, here we go again. Because Lewis Hamilton had it all the time before, back in the day with Alonso. And I've seen it before. I've seen it before. And Max Verstappen burst into the scene. Credit to what he's done. But it's how you go about things. And I remember when he broke into the scene, I was just saying, I remember writing publicly, I said, quote, I put on there, just be a little bit humble about what you're achieving as a young racing driver. Let your racing to the talking, and he's got a bit of that Michael Schumacher in him. That if he's got the car underneath him and is responding to him, he won't let the corner go. He won't let it go, and that's the difference of multiple world champions and not. He's gone about it in a different way. Max Verstappen, Lewis has gone about it in a different way. But at the moment, if you were to look at it, Lewis has clearly raced up against more competitive, better cars than Max Verstappen has had to in the years that he's been a world champion. So, in my opinion, so yeah, so they have to be selfish. But I get your point. Max Verstappen, how can I say it? It's like to become the dominant male, the A males, if you like. You got to push over the one who's at the top, and the only way Max Verstappen could do that is if he wins more world titles than Lewis Hamilton, and he's not there yet. So it's the way how you go about it, and also it's how you grow up watching them. But it's I don't know. I mean, when Lewis Hamilton was winning stuff in his early stages at Mercedes as an F1 driver, not the other divisions, I thought he wasn't being arrogant or anything like that. He just pointed the card forward and he just went for it. That's the way I saw it. But Max does it in a different way. He does it in the Max Verstappen way, and it rattles people, and I can see it. I wouldn't want him to change that because that's the Max Verstappen way. But I think every time that I listen to Max Verstappen now do a post-match interview, he's maturing later rather than earlier. You could argue there's some of these youngsters that have gone into Formula One, like some of the professional football players that we see in the Premier League. They've not really been allowed to have a childhood in the sense of a normal childhood because they've been concentrated from day one on their profession, on their skills as professional football players or as Formula One drivers. So it's how do they mature? So then that comes down in the responsibility of the teams and how they do that. Here's the bit I was waiting for, the points, so I can put it into the description. But yeah, I get your point. There's a lot of people that don't like Max. Come to think about it, there's a lot of people that don't like Max. From the Dutch fight over him, the Germans fight over him. Everyone fights over him. Oh dear. Copy. I want to see racing. When I watch my Formula One, I want to see proper racing. I want to see racing drivers that push the limits. And yes, Max Verstappen is like Marmite, if you like, but he pushes the boundaries, and I wouldn't want him to change that, even if I don't like it. if that makes sense. I'd rather look at two Formula One racing drivers going down the straight to that corner and both having a character of their own and not wanting to give an inch. That's what I'd like to see. And that's when you get the racing like you did back in the days, I suppose, between Alan Prost, Nigel Mansell, Senna, and then later on Michael Schumacher up against Damon Hill, to mention a few, David Coulthard and all that. Racing drivers that don't give an inch. And that's the point. Okay, so that's the points there. Up to 10th place. Right, I'm going to save that. Right, most Lewis fans like. So, yeah, big up to Skibbity Rizla. Right, I think that's it. I'm going to call it quits there. There's the interviews going on, but I'm going to go and rest a little bit because I've got a long day of live streaming later on, and I've got some other stuff to do. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And thank you very much for everyone that's watched, contributed in the chat today. Let's see where we are. Oh, wow. 85. And considering that I was late to the start of the race. Oh, no, it's 24. I take it back. But I was expecting that because I started very late. If I'd started like at 7 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, I might have got a bit more. But I was very late starting. Right, catch you up later on, possibly around midday or 2 o'clock kickoff. And then I'll try and do some more watch-alongs later on. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And from the top, thank you very much to Henry Smith for dropping in earlier on. A massive thank you to the dog. Thank you to Skibbity Rizla. Thank you to Paul Brady. Thank you very much, all of you, for dropping in. Skibbity Rizla there. Thank you very much for dropping in earlier on. And yes, and if you're watching on playback, please keep hitting the likes and subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And please leave the notification bell on. If you have any comments, put them in the description. But please be polite to other people in the comments, as always. And I'm just going to see how many likes I've got. It looks like it's 4 or 5 likes. Thank you very much. That's amazing, considering that I was late to start. And it's only an hour. So I always say that anything near 4 likes or above is amazing. Thank you very much, everyone out there, for the support. And catch you up in about 4 or 5 hours for the football watch-alongs. Quickly, let me just have a little butch. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do, to be honest. If I have the energy, I might start with West Ham versus Tottenham, but I don't think so. Do you know what? I am going to, because Alex Dixon, he dropped into the chat yesterday, and he mentioned that in the championship, not in the WSL, in the women's championship, it's Newcastle United versus Sunderland. And just, I'm going to throw it out there because it is available. He did say where it is available. So that could be a 2 o'clock kickoff. So say start about 1 o'clock, get that ready. And at the same time, keep an eye on the WSL fixtures. Big one, Manchester City versus Chelsea. Normally I do the Manchester City versus Chelsea. And then after that, so that's a 2 p.m. 2, 3, 4. And then the 5 p.m. I could do I've got to do. I'm going to do Scotland versus Greece. Okay, let's write it down. Let's write it down so I don't forget. So, plan for later. Oh, I hate it when I do in capitals. First up, Newcastle United versus. I'm doing capitals again. Sunderland. I think I've got a sticky keypad there. In the women's championship. That's going to be sold out. That's going to be at St James's Park from St James's Park. That will be sold out. That will be the first one, and then the second will be. If I do it like this and I write it down like this, then I'll put it in my photographic memory, if you like. What little there is of it left these days. So that's at 2 p.m. Oh, I should have put in there. The first one is at 2 p.m. It kicks off at 2 o'clock. So, but then during the second will be keeping an eye from 2 p.m. onwards to all WSL fixtures, especially City versus Chelsea. The next Crystal Palace women's fixture will be against Arsenal and then Chelsea. So, and then we have Leicester. Oh, no, sorry. Then we have West Ham United, then Leicester, or the other way around, and we finish off with Manchester City. So I'll keep an eye on that. So that's at 2 p.m. That's really the second and the first are together. So 2, 3, 4. So then the 5 p.m. kickoff. Then the second, really. Oh, let's go. Now I'm going to put second watch along. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Watch along will be Scotland. I can't do Scotland. Scotland versus Greece. I don't know why I'm going to. I mean, I want to do it because I just want to see how Scotland does. But apparently, whoever wins this, because it's only a playoffs, they don't actually go. The winner of this does not go into the knockout stages of the UEFA Nations League. All it does is the winner of this match and Scotland are 1-0 up on aggregate. It means that they remain in the table in the league that they're in right now. They won't drop into another one and a lower one. I thought that they'll be going into the knockout stages, but they're not. Or unless I am wrong in saying that. So that's the second one. But I will watch the manager of Scotland, Clark, see how he does. And then after that, so that's a 5 p.m., 5, 6, 7. Then after that, I will be doing, there's quite a few 7:45s kicking off. I think the third watch along will be, it's between Portugal versus Denmark or Spain, Netherlands, or there's even Germany versus Italy, France versus Croatia. I want to keep an eye, but I think, I mean, they don't play Elise. I was going to do France to see if Marco Elise starts, but they won't play him. There's no Jean-Philippe Mateta there because he's recovering. I'm going to do Spain. That looks a nice, tasty one there, I have to say. Versus Netherlands. That's 1945. I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's the order of play. So 17, so it's basically 8, 9, 10. And so I'll start off with the women in the championship, which is Newcastle United women versus Sunderland. Apparently, I hope I'll be able to see it. If I can't, then I'm going to go and watch somebody. I think someone told me how to do it. Good morning to Alicia. I hope you are doing well, Alicia. Good morning. I hope you've had a good trip. I think, did you say you were going to Aston in the morning? Or was that yesterday? I hope you're well. Thank you very much, Alicia. Good morning, and I hope you're well. Thank you for dropping in and putting in there. Subscribe to Diego C. Palace. Thank you very much, Alicia. That means a lot for you to do that. And I'm glad that you've dropped in. Thank you for all your comments. I haven't replied to all of them yet. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. I've been up since early hours. And Rizzo says, then it's the 4th of Mexico. What? Oh, yeah, that's at the end of the day, yeah. Or I could do Canada versus United States. I could do a madness. And then the 4th. No, but that's like a marathon, man. I'll be knackered. The 4th could be Canada. I may not do it. I may just rest there just to see if Marisa Pochettino. Because we all know I don't want to go into politics. I just want to keep it strictly to football. But in respect to outside sport, there's something going on between Canada and the US, and the US versus Canada. So if Mauricio Pochettino loses that, OMG, and he's already lost to Panama again. United States. And then the 4th, and then the 5th, watch along the Mexico versus Panama. That'll be a madness. Big up Alicia Dunn pooped on the stream. These are doing well in the morning. They've been behaving well, I have to say. No drama with these lot. They've been quietly sitting there watching the Formula One. There they are. They're upright and watching. I can't see the eyes of the cow right there. If I tilt it anymore, they might fall over. The duck seems to be tucked in behind the dog. I'll give you a close-up of that's a better close-up there. They seem to be enjoying themselves and they've been behaving themselves. I still haven't found out which of the 4 of them have been having a go at my biscuit tin. I still haven't found out. When I do, there'll be an ad of this pub. I'll be like, get out of this pub. What a Grace post. Yeah, I'm thinking of leaving them there, something like that. Taking a photo, and I'm going to change the design. At the moment, on the channel, I've got the picture of the Crystal Palace women's team. So I'm thinking of doing a picture of them, a picture of the Crystals, a picture of the women's football team, and some of the Crystal Palace men team as well, and putting them all together and putting it as a new banner. I've got to work on that. I'll do that next week, hopefully, and it will look good, hopefully. Yeah, they've been behaving. No dramas. I'm actually, while I'm there, thank you very much. If you can, oh wow, thank you for the 6 or 7 likes. I'm just going to check to see on YouTube. Oh, I don't need to do this from here. What am I doing? Oh, no, I can't affect it. I'm just trying to see where I can watch the Newcastle United Sunderland on YouTube. I think that's for later, and then I'll close off and go and have a rest quickly. So Newcastle women's Newcastle United versus Sunderland. There it is. Let's see if we can find something. Yes, it's free on the Barclays Women's Championship. Excellent. So I'm just going to go in there. I'm actually going to put the link in the chat, actually. I already got it notified. I've already liked it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that. Right, so I'm definitely doing that. It's just that I wanted to be able to see it. It's free on YouTube on the Barclays Women's Championship. And I'm coming. That is the link for the first match, which I will do, not on this stream, on the next stream. This starts at 2 o'clock, so hopefully about 1:30. I'll try not to be late for that one, he says. Alicia asks, 1 minute, because I can't get the mouse to work over there. There it is. Let me just put on here, link above. Above is for the Newcastle United versus Sunderland Women's Championship League. Yeah, it's a women's championship. Big up to Alicia. Alicia Shirikova asked, "How is the Fox?" Do you know what? I didn't hear anything this morning. But the night before, they were clearly up to something. They were like, "If you know, you know." I don't know. Maybe one of them was a fox. Maybe the other one was a big cat, or maybe I don't know. Let everyone to their own, and I know everybody out there has needs in the early hours. I'm just saying that we're making too much noise, and I only got an hour and 40 minutes kip in between live streams. I mean, OMG. That's why I was late this morning. And it wasn't last night, it was the night before, or early hours. So I didn't see the foxes. I didn't hear them either. I'll tell you what, Alicia. Tonight, I'll get the tool chat. I put a bit of chicken. The foxes around here, if you chuck out, I don't know, half a cabbage or half a carrot, they won't even sniff at it. They won't like it. And if you chuck out a drumstick and it hasn't got enough meat on it, they still won't like it. They like a drumstick with plenty of meat on the bone and a bit of barbecue sauce. If it hasn't got the barbecue sauce, they won't take it. They're very fussy, the foxes around here. And some of them, they're literally the size of Labradors. Labradors, if you ever had a dog, a Labrador, it's bigger than this lad there. Very choosy in what they eat, the foxes, in South London. In North London, the foxes up there, they'll eat anything. That's what I heard anyway. If you know, you know. Go and ask an Arsenal fan or a Tottenham Hotspur fan what they think of the foxes in North London. They're not very picky, but the ones in South London, they've got standards, they've got levels. If you know, you know. So you asked how the fox is. Yeah, they've got needs and they've got standards. Did you enjoy the the Grand Prix? Yes, I did, Alicia. It was good to see the first win for the Australian youngster. There's a lot of youngsters. They call them rookies. Racing now. There's a young Englishman called Oliver Bearman. Look out for him. There's a young Italian, Antonio Bortoleto. Watch out for him. The foxes scare me. Will talk. Yeah, they're not. Some of them are. They're just after food, and if you've got children, or if you are on your own and you see a fox coming into your garden, it can be very intimidating. I would expect if you have children. Yeah, be careful. I've heard stories that sometimes the foxes even come into the garden, into the greenhouse. They make themselves comfortable. Or if there's a bouncy castle in the garden, they bounce on that as well. They make themselves at home. But then the problem with that is then you have to go and clean everything up, cross-contamination, germs and all that. And then it's the poo as well. Believe me, I've got enough work clearing up the poo for the cow, for the parrot, for the dog, and for the duck. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I think so. I think there's something going on there. I think they're probably asking between each other, whose turn is it to go and try and get into my biscuit tin? We'll talk. And they've been watching the Formula One, and the Formula One race just bounced back. So good to see the youngsters racing through there. But also, it was a big up to Steve. I just got big up to Steve. Please hit like and subscribe at Diego C Palace. Steve's just got up. Like, what's going on? I've been up since 6 o'clock. No, wait a minute. Yeah, because the Formula One started at 7. So yeah, roughly I've been up since 6 o'clock. And Steve drops in. Hello. I'll tell you something, lad. The Kairat and the Astana professional football players, they would have got up earlier. What's up, Steve? What's going on? Big up to you, Steve. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Having a word in his ear. Exactly. Yeah, these lot are definitely I don't really like the duck being squashed off over there. I'm not too sure how to position them. Thing is, this duck, he's gone out. I don't know where he's got this chain, and I keep saying it. Look at these feet. Look at that. It's shocking. It doesn't sit up. That's how I'm going to do it. There you go. I'm going to do it like this. It doesn't work. I need the biscuit. That's what I need. Hang on. Oh, dear. The things you have to do. Get a pink waiver. There you go. That's what I have to do. There, I think that's better. The cow's laying down. The duck is there, and they're all causing scenes there. No, you don't understand. Parrots poo a lot. Ducks poo a lot. Who's the other one? The parrot poos a lot, and the dog that size definitely poos a lot. You're not the one having to go around with the poo bag, picking it all up. It's all right for you lot in the chat. Big up to the dog. Let's go, dude. Come on, pooch. Big up to Alicia. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Sunday morning. So in the chat, I have put the order of things. My intention is definitely, because I can, it is free on the YouTube Barclays Women's Championship YouTube channel. It's going to be massive. It's going to be at St James's Park. The Newcastle United women's team up against the Sunderland team. There might be some ex-Crystal Palace players that are playing for either of those two clubs, if I'm not mistaken. So, Yeah, so we're going to do that first. I've put that in the chat. Just the top, it says planned for later. Newcastle United women versus Sunderland in the women's championship. While keeping an eye, that's a 2 p.m. kickoff, so I'll start that roughly about 1:30. I'll be keeping an eye on the WSL fixtures because there's about 4 or 5 matches on. Big one is Man City versus Chelsea. They're basically facing each other 4 times in the space of 2 weeks, like literally. And then the second watch along is going to be Scotland versus Greece. Playoff. Scotland are 2-0 up on aggregate. The third watch along will be Spain versus the Netherlands. And then if I have the energy, the fourth watch along will be Canada versus United States. Mauricio Pochettino and United States are facing Canada for that third place. And then the fifth watch along will be the final, Mexico versus Panama. Panama had knocked out Mauricio Pochettino. And with that going into politics at all, we all know that there's a bit of beef at the moment between the US and Canada. There's always beef between those two when it comes to ice hockey. OMG. Comes to basketball, any sport, but especially ice hockey. So Mauricio Pochettino does not want to lose that because next year is the World Cup in the United States of America. Now, I'm sorry, lad, if you've lost to Panama and you've lost to Canada and you don't score any goals and you're the manager of the United States, I'm sure he's not on small fry there, small corn. He might be, they might replace him, but who knows? Maybe not. In the chat, I've put the link for the Newcastle United versus Sunderland in the championship. That should be a good match. So it's there. Just scroll up a little bit up. The dog says, "Go, let's go USA." Well, you got good players because Chris Richards and Matt Turner there. He's in goal for the United States of America. Although Chris Richards, the Crystal Palace right back defender, he went off injured in the second half against Canada. So I don't know if he'll start for Mauricio Pochettino. If he's injured, for goodness sake, can you send him back to Crystal Palace, please? Don't risk him. Ah, dear. But you know what Mauricio Pochettino is? You ask any Tottenham Hotspur fan what they think of him. Hello? So, but the dog is going, USA, USA. But I don't know. Canada always seems to beat the USA when it comes to ice hockey. I don't know why. Maybe, is it the same for basketball? For baseball? No way. Has Canada ever beaten the US teams in baseball? No, I can't believe that's the case. Surely not. That will be scenes. That will be a World Series. Oh my days. Alicia Shinakova says, "Your loyal parrot." Yes, the loyal parrot is there. Let's go, dude. Come on, Poch. Come on, Poch. What? Poch, what? Can I see the legend? The legend's kiss? Yes, of course you can, Alicia. You can always have. But just a moment, because I've got something in my eye. And it's like really stinging. Oh, I think I've had an eyelash in my eye. Oh, that really hurt. Quick. Doctor, is there a doctor in the house? Oh, I think I had an eyelash in my eyeball. Just had an eye poke. Alicia Shinakova asked, can I see the legend kiss? Yes, of course. Yeah, I think they're better positioned like this. These lot. Oh, I think it's better like this. There you go. A nice close up of the doggy. I think it's a boxer. Anyone who has a dog, I think that is it's definitely got the height of a boxer. But it's got the face of one of those little dogs as well. So I don't know. And there's the duck, the Crystal Palace. There's the duck, but the cow's getting in the way of the lips there. I'm not getting involved there. And the parrot is getting a peek full of it. Look at that. That's shocking. They're all leaning up against each other. And they're all fighting over my pink waver. Biscuit, that is, by the way. I'm going to do a photo of those four and put it up. I hope that's okay, Alicia. Steve RSC says, Kazakhstan Cup kicks off at 7 a.m. Yeah, but that means you're late then. Steve, that means you're late for that means the match is probably already finished. I've been up since 7 a.m. You've just turned up. So you mean, oh, they must be forward in time. But Steve RSC says, Kazakhstan Cup kicks off at 7 a.m. I didn't watch too early. Karat now play Capstein in the cup next week. Karat play Turan away, and Astana play. Astana will win. Astana will win the cup, and they'll beat Karat 3-0 in the cup final. Steve's got to. And Steve RSC says you're going 2-1 to Scotland win. They're already winning 2-0 on aggregate. Alicia Shinikova says Anton Dack Stadium. Yes, St James's Park, I suppose. Let's get ready to rumble. 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 Stop it. Save the energy for later. Got loads, a very long afternoon. And Steve RSC, Spain, Holland will be one of the top games today. Yes, Steve, I will say it again. If you go up I'm not going to say it for the third time in the last 30 minutes. If you scroll up, there's an order, planned for later. Newcastle, I'll say it for you, Steve. Steve, Newcastle, for any latecomers, big up, Steve. Newcastle United versus Sunderland in the Women's Championship. The second one is going to be Scotland versus Greece. But while all that's going on, I'll be keeping an eye on the WSL results. And then the third watch along is going to be Spain versus the Netherlands. That's a 7:45 kickoff. And then the third place between Canada versus USA. Will Mauricio Pochettino bottle it, or will Canada beat the United States in football, in soccer, like they call it over there? Just like Canada always seems to beat the US, apparently, on ice hockey as well. Absolute scenes. And the final is at midnight tonight, Monday morning, Mexico versus Panama. So I hope that kind of clarifies that for you, Steve. But yes, US Canada, I just hope to kick off times are not too late. It's at midnight, 12:30 in the morning. Hold on. Diego will wear his cashmere Scottish scarf. Yes, I will. I've got to tidy this room. There it is. Whoa! I just dropped a plate here. Got to tidy up. Actually, I'm glad you reminded me there because I don't like to be untidy. Yep. This is a beautiful cashmere. Right, there you go. Just tidying it up. Not sure where all these hairs come from. Yeah, look at that. Made in Scotland. So it's very comfortable. I can't. This is hard work, you know. Tidying up. Right, there it is. It's a bit more clearer, that one. I'll put it there. on top of the Crystal Palace beach style, because Crystal Palace will be going to Wembley in the FA Cup, where boom, 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 Mateta's in the room, will be scoring the winning goal. No doubt. I'm getting ready for that trip to Wembley as a Crystal Palace fan. We'll talk. Excuse me. Australia will be top. Diego will wear his cashmere scarf. Yes, I will. Alicia Shirikova. US, Canada. What? US, Canada, Mexico. I just hope, Nick, I'm not too late. The US versus Canada kicks off around 10:30, and then after that match finishes is the final at 12:30. Oh, Chino. Ole Chino. Yes, big up to Alicia. Beautiful. And for me to see my favorite family. Yes, you can always see them whenever you want, Alicia. Whenever you want. I've got to do a picture of them and put it on the as a thumbnail as well. Yeah, put it as a thumbnail as well. Won't matter. My absolute favorite post. There you go. Do you want me to do a post like Madonna? How was it Madonna did the pose? Vogue? Is that the pose you want me to do? Oh, you're talking about them. Oh, all right. Alicia Shirikova is talking about the pose of the duck, of the parrot, of the cow, and of the dog. I thought she was talking about me doing Madonna, doing the Vogue. Vogue, if you remember. That probably looks a bit more like YMCA, but if you know, you know. Well, yeah. It's a bit early in the morning, I suppose, to try and do a Vogue. Oh, my days. I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm glad about that, Alicia. Steve R says it's 1-0 aggregate, not 2-0. Is it? Is it? No, I'm double checking it. Listen, Steve's always right with his stats, but I'm checking that. I'm so checking that. I'm so checking that. Oh, yeah, it's 1-0. See, this is what I mean. Steve's always right. Please help me get to 10 likes. Steve's always right. Alicia and Bumble. Actually, I was watching the Formula One race, and there was a lady wearing some big ears, like teddy bear ears. And I said, look, that's Bungle. Somebody's dressed like Bungle from Rainbow at the Formula One stand. And she was like this with the big brown ears, like teddy bear ears. And Alicia says, I love you, bro. Yeah, cheers to you. Cheers to you, Alicia. Always. And Alicia's doing a Vogue. God, I've just had my Vogue. You do your Vogue at your end. Don't just sit there. Or are you walking? Even if you're just walking down to the Asda's to do your shopping, walk down the pavement and do the Vogue. Madonna. I'm sure you, Alicia Shinikova, and Lola and Emma will do a better Vogue pose than Madonna ever did. All three of you. Strike a pose. That was a tune back in the day, I have to say. Replace pin message. Was that? Diego, remember when Taylor went on stage with Madonna? Yes. Was that the one when Madonna fell off the stage? Bless her. Yeah, sort of handing over the baton, I suppose. Yeah, I would say so. Looking at it from the outside, looking in, I suppose what Madonna did in the 80s, early 90s, I suppose Taylor Swift has done it in this modern age, but to a bigger extent. I bet Madonna's thinking, I wish I could have done the same amount of money that Taylor Swift has done. We'll talk. Right, back to the football. That's the planned order. So a lot of watch-alongs later on. In the Women's Super League, West Ham versus Tottenham. Ideally, my Crystal Palace needs West Ham United to lose. That's at midday in 2 hours' time. And Leicester City are against Brighton. Oh, I can't believe that I'm going to I could never say I want Brighton to win, but I wonder if Fran Kirby will be available for Brighton. I don't know if she's returned from her injury. She must have done, because I think she was available for the England squad. I saw her on the bench. Or maybe not. But yeah, I need West Ham United and Leicester City to lose. And also Aston Villa to lose against Manchester United women. That's a 4:30 kickoff. So there's 3 teams there that I need all 3 to lose to help the Crystal Palace women team escape out of relegation in the WSL. I did a watch along for Everton versus the Crystal Palace women yesterday. Thank you very much, everyone who watched that. It's got good views, good likes. Thank you very much, everyone who looked at that. Absolutely gutted and sad, but I'm also proud of the performance of the Crystal Palace women team. They don't give up on each other. My only criticism, with no coaching experience, no manager experience, they won against Aston Villa last weekend. Why did they change the lineup? Why did they change the midfield? I don't understand it. If something you've been waiting all season for suddenly happens, why change it? If it's not broken, don't fix it. But there's probably a reason for it. No, not that one. Yeah, it was a different one. Yeah, I know. When I said it, then I thought, oh no, it's not that one. Yeah, Madonna was inspired by Debbie Harry Blondie. Yeah. Yeah, she did well. She did well when she broke into it. US Americans are more passionate. What? Us Americans, this is the dog, not me saying it. The dog says, us Americans are more passionate than the Brits. This game means a lot to us. I wouldn't go to as far as saying that the US fans are more passionate than British fans when it comes to sports. But I will say this: when I went to the Garden in New York, I can't find the cap is over there somewhere. Yeah, if you go to the States, go and watch a sporting event, and it's an amazing experience. You watch the US fans just like, hello. They do everything differently and in their own way. And you get to feel it. You get to take that back home with you, I suppose. So whether you are more passionate than the British fans, I would hasten to disagree with you politely. You wait until the England fans get there in the World Cup. You wait until the Scottish fans get over there. You wait until the Welsh fans get there at the US. You wait until the Northern Ireland fans, sports fans, get over to the US World Cup final next year, and then come back and tell me that the British fans are not passionate. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there. If you've not experienced the Northern Ireland sports fans, if you've not experienced the Scottish fans, if you've not experienced the Welsh fans, if you've not experienced the English fans, you're entitled to your opinion, but I agree to disagree with you. But I can understand that the US versus Canada, I don't know where the final is. I presume the final, yeah, let's find out where the final is. No, this isn't the final. This is the third place playoffs. It says it's been played in the Sophie Stadium, and if I'm not mistaken, that's in California. So that's on the west side of America. No, what am I talking about? It's on it's on the west. It's on the west of Canada, of the US. If I'm not mistaken, the Sophie Stadium is in California or is in Los Angeles. So it's been played in US soil. I'm going to check that now. From memory, the Sophie Stadium is in California. I'm going to check that now, unless somebody knows. Is it a tent? No, it's not a tent. It's in Inglewood, California. Yes, I was right. There you see, I know I know my thing, man. As they say over in the States, I know the thing. It's in Inglewood. It's located in a place called Hollywood Park, Inglewood, California, in the United States, and it's the home of the LA Chargers. Yes, it is what it is. So that's where it is. So I reckon if Mauricio Pochettino loses that, he might lose the job as the the US managers. It should be a great match, the dog, and any US fans and any Canadian fans out there. Steve RC goes on. Barca play what today? Oh no, that's on Thursday. Barca play Osuna on Thursday. That's an early left international break. Yeah, they don't really get much of a break, do they? Is it a competitive match or is it a friendly? You've got to be competitive. Okay, Steve RC says Barca play Osuna on Thursday. That's an early after the international break finish on Tuesday. I know Spain's last international games today, but Barca players do play for other international teams. Absolutely. And then they wonder why the players get injured. Alicia Shinikova says Dolly Parson inspired Tay. I see how you've shortened her name to Tay. It's Tay. It's all love. Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, she did. Yes, because she's a country artist, Taylor Swift, at heart. That's how she started. Not just a musician, but she actually writes her own songs. And Alicia, final at the tent. Can you imagine the scenes? No, they don't have tents in the US. They have amazing stadiums there. It's the home of the Los Angeles Chargers. The stadium costs up to $7 billion US dollars to build. It took between 2016 to 2020 to build that stadium. And in Manchester, they're trying to put a tent on top of Old Trafford. Can you imagine the scenes? I feel sorry for the mice. I really do. A right carry on camping up there. Can you imagine the jokes when they put their tent up there? OMG. They should just worry about building the team, let alone putting up a tent. Yes, it's La Liga on Thursday. Oh my days. So it's starting already. Can the eagle fly over the Inspired Bear building? Probably. Golden eagles can fly very high. They've got one of the best eyesights. I don't know specifically Alicia Shinikova. But actually, I might ask the people that bring the eagle to Selhurst Park, I might ask them the question. They will probably know. I suppose it's the eagles and birds, raptors or birds that fly to that height. They do so if the correct wind conditions, the draft or the heat, the heat thermos lifts their body up there, so they can just hover. And when they see some food on top of the tent where somebody might be camping on top of a stadium, if you know, you know, a little mouse running around, they can come down and munch, put some mustard, some onion rings, and have a little hot dog. If you know, you know. So yeah, they probably could fly over the state building. And I've been up there as well. Alison, you're Swift. What? If you know, you know. Alison, you're Swift. If you know, you know. You know what? I don't even know where I got that from, but I know where I got the bish bash bosh. But let's leave that alone. Let's leave that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. So that's the order of play for later on I'll try and be on live about 1:30, definitely for the 2 o'clock. Newcastle United versus Sunderland in the Barclays Championship, Women's Championship. It's at St James's Park. There's always a lot of passion between Newcastle fans and Sunderland fans, and vice versa. It's something that I'd like to see one day. Yeah, they will sit down for a wafer. Yeah, probably. But they probably wouldn't get a nibble because these four have probably eaten all the biscuits from the biscuit tin. If you know, you know. Middle name. Yes, I know. Alison. Yes. Oh, my days. Beginning to think that Alicia Shinikova can read me very well. If you know, you know. Right, that's it. Want to thank absolutely everyone in the chat. I think I've done it. I'm not sure if I have, but thank you very much to Henry Smith right at the top, the dog, Skibbity, Rizzler, what a name, Paul Brady as well. A massive thank you to also to Alicia Shinikova as well. Who I'll repin your message there. Please subscribe to Diego C. Palace. Where is it? There it is. Thank you very much, Alicia, for putting that in. And also a massive thank you to Steve RFC for dropping in and all the information. Middle name, yeah, he knows his thing. Thank yourself first. I can't thank myself. I've got to thank you, Alicia, Steve, Lola, Emma, Damo, the dog, Rizzler, Paul Brady, to name a few, Jason, Henry, Alex. There's quite a few other people as well that I've probably forgotten. Asemic. There's quite a few people there. Right, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for the 7 or 8 likes. I don't know how many that is. That's amazing. And yeah, looking forward to 2 weeks' time, where it's the next Grand Prix in Japan. There's no Grand Prix next weekend. Everything else. Thank you, Alicia. I really appreciate that. Replace the pin message. And yeah, so in 2 weeks' time, it is the Japanese Grand Prix, a different type of circuit, different type of tarmac, different design to the track, of course. But it's a different tarmac. So will the tires hold out? They seem to hold out pretty well in Shanghai, and good racing. But both McLarens are literally 2 minutes and 30 seconds ahead of pace of any of the other constructor teams in Formula One at the moment. I said it before and I'll say it again. What's required is one of the Red Bulls, one of the Ferraris, and one of the Red Bulls, one of the Ferraris, and maybe one of the Williams as well, to catch up and be within 2 seconds of pace. They've got to improve their pace and catch and split both of the McLarens of Piastri and Norris. So we'll have to wait and see. I wish I could rest. I've got things to do. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be live at 1:30, just before 2, say 1:45. That's when I'm next be up. Thank you very much, Alicia, for everything, and Steve RFC and everyone in the chat. If you're watching on playback, please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C. Palace, and hit the notification bell on, and congratulations to Piastri, the young Australian. Apparently, he's got some descendants in his family that are from China. And funny enough, he got his first pole in Shanghai, and he got his first Formula One victory in Shanghai in the Chinese Grand Prix. And apparently, on his mum's side or his father's side, there is some background there that links him back to China, although he was, of course, born in Australia. So well done, Piastri, and yeah, so it was a good race. Good race. Yeah, big up. So it's a goodbye from the dog, a goodbye from the duck, a goodbye from the parrot, a goodbye for now from the cow, and it's a goodbye from me. I'm off to go and do some cleaning and some washing up. Thank you very much. Please help me get to 10 likes. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Diego C. Palace. Catch you up later on. Take care, Alicia, and everyone else in the chat. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you up later on.